Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of Tier 2 of S&R Racing League. Today we are racing around France, and Alex, if you want to take us through the track map today.
Of course, France was it earlier in the Tier 1 season, and it was pretty interesting to say the least. Phoenix got that win there, but we are here with Tier 2 today in round 4. Currently, Generator sits at the top, and can he keep dominating this week? But into turn 1 and 2, chicane, bit of a, I don't know what the word is, downhill slope into turn 2. Then into turn 3, then turn 4, curbs pretty flat so you can go over them. Then turn 5 and turn 6, make sure you don't want to get on the power too early, otherwise you could be a spinner. Into a flat turn 7, another chicane that is turn 8 and turn 9, then flats round turn 10, medium speed corner turn 11, with a slow turn 12, and flat out turn 13, medium 14, and slow 15, a little hairpin to finish out a lap. Flat out, DRS wide open, and across the line, and maybe who will cross pole today?
Yeah, we'll quickly look at the standings then. Here are the constructor standings. Aston Martin leading the charge. Seth Martin, thank you for the bit already coming in. Aston Martin leading the charge. Aston Martin leading the charge with Red Bull behind, AlphaTauri in P3. And we will quickly look at the drivers' standings. Generator out in front on 69 points, nice number. In Xiao in P2, 59 points, with Brodo and Adibizit and Atom completing the top 5. So I think we're ready to ready up. I'll put the announcement in now.
Yeah, Seth Martin is the boss of Aston Martin, so he is at the top. We'll give him that one.
Yeah, welcome beans on toast. As I'll just move the chat over a
Good
little
luck, everyone.
That's better. As we will go into qualifying.
So who do you think is going to take pole position today, Ben?
Ooh. Seth, thank you for the 20 bits. I think it's gonna be Genea. I mean, we saw his dominance last round. I think he's gonna do it again. Apparently, France is one of his strongest tracks, so I'm hoping it can be on top again today. What about you?
I mean, Kevin Slice could be up there. Could see, of course, Xiao and Generator. But yeah, I think Generator will take it today. Thanks Seth for the bits. Much appreciated, what a guy. But yeah, I think Generator, again, another strong performance is needed, really, just to keep it at top.
Yeah. Don't forget the highlights and race results we post on our social media. There they are on the screen for you now. So there we go. Qualifying has finally started after a long wait. 16 drivers here today. Wasn't looking like that a couple hours ago, but here we are. let's have your predictions in the chat then for who's going to take pole. As Brodo is the first car coming out for his outlap. Attendance has improved, so definitely. Stop it with the Emery prediction.
As they're going cars out on track now, and qualifying has officially begun. I think the first car out on track is Brodo, who has actually raced twice this season and got 2 podiums, so can he make it a third today? That'd be interesting. Been on the pace at a few tracks. And we'll see if he can replicate more the same.
Let's hope we don't have the technical issues from Tier 1. Let's just say that Alex leaves the session. I'm getting back in before Brodo starts his lap. And best of luck to all the drivers as qualifying is officially underway. Brodo and El will take us through our first flying lap around France.
Zügel and Brodo first out and set a lap, and let's see how fast it will be. Yeah, let's see how he does into this first chicane then. Into turn 1, doesn't hit any curb and doesn't exit, of course. Nice on the power. Around these bendy corners until you go flat, just before you go flat out for, I mean, quite some margin. With the DRS, of course, here we go then. Round the flat out from now on as...
You've gone again. Tricky chicane, you can use quite a lot of that curb there, and on exit, and into a flat out section. Coming up to a flat out right hander as well. Looks like a pretty strong lap so far from Brodo. Tricky here to pick your braking point. If you do, you've got it nicely coming into the next right hander here. Tricky not to spin here on exit, got to get the power down accurately, and he does so nicely.
Yeah, so far so good for Brodo. Let's see what his time is going to be. Then DRS. Wide open, here we go then, across the line. Brodo is a 31.6, decent first lap from Brodo. Gen 8 now, the real pace matcher. Where's he going to put his car? As it's behind Brodo. Is Brodo really got a pace today?
Brodo looking strong on his banker lap. Watch Atom now in the AlphaTauri, going around the final couple of corners. As Epic Toast, 4,000th ahead of Brodo, puts it on provisional pole. What can Atom do?
As the France lap time for pole position in Tier 1 was a 29.9, which is absolutely staggering, to be honest. So I don't think we'll be getting anywhere near that. That was set from Altrex, so that is the current FZR record.
New reserve here today in the Alfa Romeo. He's got no battery, so right on board with Icky Robbo coming around some corners in the final sector. Yeah, Copper Coin's not racing today, unfortunately.
So we go then, Icky Robbo coming around the final corner. Flat out from here on out, and DRS wide open. It's going to be across the line. Where's Icky Robbo going to put a Haas on provisional pole? That's a great lap from Icky Robbo. 31.1, 4 tenths ahead of Shao. Lovely.
Driver then, what can he do? Another reserve. Ooh, he's on an invalid lap. So we'll move on to who's on a lap? Jazza. He's going to pick up a nice slipstream. Aston Martin gets out of the way.
Yeah, just slightly had to go off the power there. That's going to affect the lap time. Did get a slipstream though.
So that's kept the slides on the side of the road.
And there you go, flat out then. Around turn 13 and turn 14 now. On the final hairpin we go, Elwood Chazza, no mistakes. Apart from a little instant at the end of sector 2 going to sector 3. Nothing really stopping Chazza, and across the line, where's it going to put that at Williams? And it's going to be a 32.7, puts it in P8 just ahead of his teammate.
Generator 1/10 up on his previous time. Purple sector 2. Can improve in the final sector. Most of the time I think will be gained in this corner. If you get it right, you gain bounds of time.
It's just a nice line from Generator. Nice widening into turn 12, round turn 13, flat out. Medium speed, turn 14 into the tricky hairpin, that is the final corner, turn 15, then flat out, then better than ERS left, got to say. Going to affect the time down the straights, but across the line, where's Generator going to put that Aston Martin, and doesn't improve.
Do you need another invite back?
No.
As Atom comes into the pits, so does Chazza. Dragonflies then. What can he do?
How can Dragonflies match his teammate then? Going around turn 13 and yeah. Very wide from Java there on the entry to turn 2. There's a 23.4 in the first sector on the power. Now onto the straight. There you go, flat out, 205 miles per hour now going into the chicane.
So it's a purple middle sector, I don't know if that's true. But Drava, let's see what we can do in the final sector. As there's still that car there, I don't know if that's glitched. No, it's not.
Be an easy mistake zone. Seen a couple of drivers spin there now. There's round turn 14 we go. Driver in the Aston Martin, where can he put the car? Can he go anywhere near his teammate round the final corner? Flat out now.
Shout on an invalid lap. Epic Toast just about to start his second. You want to take us through?
Epic Toast then looks pretty nice so far in qualifying. A 31.6 his first lap, needs to improve on his second to get anywhere near Kilobo. A big snap on the exit of turn 2, which is going to cost him maybe a tenth or two. Now into turn 3 and turn 4. Then on the power to turn 5. And this is going to be tricky into turn 6. But he does it nicely. No real errors with the rears there, but flat out past turn 7. And now going to the chicane, that is turn 8 and turn 9. Let's see how he does it on the curb. Pretty nicely, I've got to say. He's placing this car where it needs to be at the moment on track. Past turn 9 then. Now going into turn 10. Flat out, of course, that is a purple sector 2. For Epic Toast, looking at a nice lap so far. Is there any time to gain into sector 3? But here we go then. Round turn 12. And gets on the power nice and early. Round turn 13, now 14. And yeah, hits the apex very nicely on this lap, very clean. Only one real error going out of turn 2, and that was just getting on the power slightly too early to get the rears spinning up a little bit more. But across the line, it's a 31.4, and that's a nice lap from Epic Toast, and puts him in P2. That's a nice position to be in.
Yeah, Generator just about to start his lap. Can he be up there? Said in the Discord, it's quite a strong track for him. Let's see what he can do on this next lap.
Yeah, Generator needs to improve from about 9/10 to grab pole here. Just to eke out Icky Robbo. But here we go then, flat out into turn 3. Takes the curb nicely, I've got to say. Hits the apex very cleanly. Yeah, placing this car nicely. The car's moving out there. It's 3/10 up in sector 1. You've got to think he must have made a mistake on his last lap then, because that looks like a phenomenal first sector for Generator. Top of the championship at the moment, and he's going to look to extend his gap with another win today, but into chicane then. Does it nicely on the power yet again, nice and early. No real errors on this lap so far. The apex is nicely being hit, but yeah, lovely from Generator so far. Flat out, of course, around turn 10, and now 11 hits the apex yet again. Very, very nicely onto the curb into 11, and now into turn 12. Bit of a jitter there with the wheel, but rounds out turn 13, now 14, and this lap has been very good, I've got to say, and very clean from Generator then. DRS wide open, and where is Generator going to put his Aston Martin then across the line? Is it going to be a front row? Yes it is, he's into P2 for Generator. That's a nice lap, but only one more lap and Generator will be able to get in. I think that is with fresh off as well. 2 attempts again on Icky Robbo. Icky Robbo is looking clean.
Icky Robbo looking rapid as shout. 400ths down on his previous time. Gets that DRS open.
So yeah, see where Shao can put this and maybe challenge front few.
Sometimes down. Going into the final sector.
Result again in sector 3 then for Shao.
Ooh, runs wide and invalidates. There's Atom in the pits. Andy Busy invalidated as well. Rampage. What can he do?
There's Rampage then, rounding out to turn 13. Then the long left-hander, that is turn 14. And into the hairpin, that is the final corner at turn 15. With flat out, DRS wide open, and I think he's going to go in for another lap after this. He's saved up the battery for another one. There's into chicane. Turn 1, now into turn 2, gets on the curb. Nice and easy. How much curb is he going to take into turn 4 then? It's the apex. Yeah, again, pretty nicely. Not taking as much curb as we've seen other drivers do, but clean first sector for Rampage. There's DRS wide open into the chicane. turns in then on the power. Just looking a clean lap to see if Rampage has improved in Sector 2 only by a tenth of a second. Going to improve a lot more than that in Sector 3 to gain any positions and have a chance at getting a top 10 qualifying position as there's a car ahead, maybe giving him a slight toe. That would be nice. And for him to have is that another spin by, I think that's Icky Robbo. No, it might be Dragonflies. But Rampage going around turn 14 now, needed to improve in Sector 3, and let's see if he has done. Now going around the final corner, I'm going to get on the power, and DRS wide open, and he's going to go across the line. Where's Rampage going to put his Williams? As actually doesn't gain on his lap time, must have lost some time in Sector 3.
Give him a slice. Can he challenge for pole position? He's going to want to gain around 3/10 to do so. Is this the lap? Takes a go nicely, so.
Let's see if Kevin Slice has improved in Sector 1. It's looked a very nice lap at the moment, as yeah, he's nearly 2/10 up. Just Sector, went very wide there, found now onto the straight though. But was nearly 2/10 up. So yeah, takes a lot of curb, which is actually pretty nice on the edge of track limits there. But clean, as in Sector 2 has lost a bit of time, and I'm guessing because of that little correction at the exit of turn 6.
Oh no, spins around. Generator 6/10 up, if that's correct. I don't know if it is. We'll have to see at the end of Sector 2.
As in Sector 1 then, down on his time, because that must have been his last lap delta.
We'll still ride on board, see if he can displace Icky Robbo. If
He's getting a slipstream.
Yeah. Good work from the Aston Martins if he can get out of the way on the next straight. This gives him another toe. Good work from Aston Martin there.
Yeah, it doesn't really affect him into turn 10 either. Still flat out. And yeah, that's going to gain him a lot of time. I think it was purple in Sector 2 as well. So Generator, all or nothing then in Sector 3. Epic Toast finishes his lap and is in P2 at the moment if Generator doesn't improve. But looking like he is going to improve then, with some purple sectors on the dash.
Still
Generator
going to cross the line now. What can he do? Puts it on provisional pole.
Provisional point for Shao. Can Generator beat it? DRS wide open. He's going to go across the line. Where's Shao? He's going to beat Shao even. As no, he's on the second row at the moment.
Brodo 3/10 up.
Brodo then. 2 starts, 2 P3s. He's going to make it another one then. He seems to have a decent amount of pace here in France, and DRS wide open. He's going to go across the line. Where's Brodo going to put that car? In P3. Nice lap from Brodo. And is he going to keep this going then? 3 P3s in a row? We'll see.
Yeah, and there you have it. Shao is on pole for round 4 of Tier 2 in France. Great work from Shao, as always. Icky Robbo also on the front row. But Shao is your pole sitter for today. There you have it. There is your qualifying standings. And don't forget, if you do have a Twitch Prime sub, we appreciate it if you were to use it. Seth, thank you for the bits earlier as well. And thank you to everyone that is watching right now. So we will get the race underway shortly. T-poses are out, as Alex would say.
Here we go then, on the dawn of the real Miami Grand Prix, about to get underway for Tier 2 Round 4 here in France.
And the highlights from this race will be posted on YouTube along with the full VOD. So make sure to catch it on there in a couple of days' time. If you can't watch the full race, of course, the highlights will be there. Formation lap. Who's winning?
I'm gonna say Iki Robbo actually.
Iki Robbo. On the front row, looking good.
That's
on a spin though.
Commentator's curse. What a shock.
Curse on the formation lap.
Hopefully it's only on the formation lap.
Yeah, just getting bad luck out of the way. So there we go, let's have a look at the tyres that everyone is on. Front 7 on hards, Addy Busy in 8th on the mediums, Crystal View on the hards, Nax Pauling in the Alfa Romeo on the mediums, Rix Kiwi, Rebel Chazza and Rampage on the hards, Dragonflies on the mediums, and Senna and Drava at the back of the pack on the hards. Harder to the softer compound is the favoured strategy on this game. Let's see if it'll work out. Best of luck to all the drivers racing today. As Hulkenberg is currently top in practice.
Yeah, he's on the soft though.
That is true. Good to see the Hassels up there. What's happened to Bottas? Here we go then.
No, line up then. We're gonna have to wait for Iki Robbo since that spin.
Let's hope we don't lose the overlays. I don't think we have. As Iki Robbo will be slotting his car into... Here he comes. Here he is. Iki Robbo in position. And we should be ready to go.
Here we go then. Lights fully red. There's 5 red lights then. And it's lights out and away we go here in round 4 in the Francis. And in turn 1, Shao has got away fantastically. And it's a big scramble behind. Oh, there's a big crash at the back. I'm pretty sure that is a Williams. And that is not great for them in the constructors. But yeah, that is a safety car. That is understandable as it was a Williams. And it's Chazza.
I don't think it's full. I think it's a virtual. Shao still leading then. No real gains for the top 4, apart from Atom in P5. Epic Toes losing 1 position. As Chazza is out of the session already. So we will get all the telemetry up for everyone. Here we go, green again.
Nice and quick then, Iki Robbo. I think was actually lucky that VSC came out. Was getting ganged up on by the cars behind. Brodo's looking to pounce. Genator is also looking to pounce. So at the moment, watching Chris W and Andy Busy battle it out for P7. They're both still side by side going into turn 10. As Chris W with the inside line is going to take that. There's Genator then very close to the back of Brodo, and Brodo is probably going to have to catch up to Icky Robbo if he wants a chance to keep the position, as Genator is looking racy. Oh, nearly hitting the back of Brodo then from Genator. But at the moment, so far so good for Shao. Icky Robbo's race pace just doesn't seem to be there at the moment.
Yeah, he's already broke the DRS range. But it looks like Icky Robbo is rapid in a straight line again, and he's made a couple of attempts back up. As Senna in the pits already. Addy Busy looking around the outside on Chris W. Doesn't quite make that move. As we go back up to the top. I think with a spin from Rampage at the back of the grid.
It must not be Williams' day. One car out and one car spinning. Doesn't seem. I'm going to need a safety car for them to get points then. But Addy Busy then. Isn't going to be close enough this time around. Going to have good exit out of turn 9.
I think he does. Looks the move on lap 2 against Chris W. Little tap there as they try and go flat out still. Kevin the Slice looking for it as well on Chris W. Around the tricky corner. Kevin the Slice going to have the inside line though for this next set. As the Alfa Romeo is looking for it as well.
And it's going around turn 13 then. Very close between the Alfa Romeo, the Mercedes, and the McLaren. Hits the back of Chris W coming out of turn 15. There's Genator very close to the back of Brodo. Is Brodo looking for another top 3 finish then on the podium. 3 races from 3 on number 3 for Brodo, and is Genator going to take that away? The championship lead, of course.
Yeah, looking strong from Shao and the top, well, 7, 8 to be fair. All within a second of each other. As Dragonflies seems to be struggling. Icky Robbo closing the gap to 6 tenths. Ooh, that's a little bit of a snap there. We'll ride on board with the Alfa Romeo closing to the back of Chris W.
That's a great exit out of turn 9. I've got to say the chicane must have a bit more downforce in that car, because it's looking quick out of the corners. With that time barreling down now to only a tenth and a half. Is it the time for the Alfa Romeo to make a move? It's going to be audacious here on out in the lap. Let's see if he goes for it. But the Alfa Romeo is looking pretty racy at the moment in P10. As Chris W is just losing time to Kevin Slice, who is battling Addy Busy at the moment.
Yeah, that battling has allowed Chris W to close the gap a little bit within a set, a couple of corners. He's got the DRS back from Kevin the Slice. Dragonflies really struggling. A Shao gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be major for the end result of this race.
Yeah, Robbo has been gaining that a little bit more. About 2 tenths when he comes to the first sector, or at the end of it. So, see how that one benefits him. But on the straights, he is absolutely rapid, especially with that DRS. Gained about 3 tenths, now 4, just on that straight alone. But with Brodo staying in DRS as well, it's really benefiting him, especially to keep Geneta behind, and that's going to frustrate him in the long term. Yeah,
Adebisi's had a spin.
Adebisi was actually looking very, very strong. Up in P7, I'm pretty sure it was. But unlucky for Adebisi. Gonna have to get him back on track now then. Still points to be scored. But at the moment, Epic Toast closing in on Atom, who is DRS-less, and that's going to affect him. Ikirobo is getting very close to the back of Shao with that 3-7 time penalty. He's theoretically ahead. But rounding out the first sector.
On this next straight.
If he keeps his distance, he surely will be. He's been gaining about... Oh, that's a big snap. That could have been the time where he overtook as well. That's unfortunate.
Is Brodo going to get him? After that bad exit, he's deploying all that he's got. Very little that he has. Just going to go for it.
Interestingly, not protecting the inside line then for the Haas. Bit of contact, I'm pretty sure, on the exit from front wing to rear, and nice defending from Ikirobo there. No real collision. Ikirobo is interesting, lost DRS. If it keeps this distance, 1.1 seconds is the gap, and it needs to gain in sector 3 to get that DRS.
Here we lose out to Adebisi on that corner. Ooh, pick your battle, Alex. Who do you want to ride on board with?
I mean, everyone's very close at the minute. I think we stick with Geneta, Brodo and Iki, because Iki is out of DRS and that's going to really affect him, and that's going to invite Brodo into the battle.
That was a move here. Into turn 1.
Ooh, no. Got it all wrong for Natch Pauling. Got on the power, must be a bit too early, a bit ambitious. I don't think there was a collision there. We'll have to see after the race. But, oh, that's unlucky for Natch Pauling in the Alfa Romeo's debut. That's not how you want to see it going. But at the moment, all eyes on Epic Toast in the Ferrari against Atom, who doesn't have DRS, and that's going to affect him. As here we go, Epic Toast. He's going to go around the outside, and he's got passed by the apex. So nice work from Epic Toast to get the move done into P5 now. It's great points. If it stays like this, let's see if he can get a move on to try and join the battle for the top 4.
We'll ride. We'll keep on board actually as Atom goes for it again on Epic Toast. But Brodo is closing in quickly to the back of Ikirobo.
As it seemed on the last lap he lost time in sector 1, that's what took the move away from him, but we'll see if he can try and get a bit closer this time round.
Yeah,
oh, it's a bit wide
from
Iki.
Yeah, don't affect him too much.
So I think he actually gained from that. That's an interesting line. There's DRS or Brodo. It's not going to win close enough. Geneta still just lurking behind. Can't do anything about it at the moment.
What can Atom do on the next straight then? 4/10 is the gap to Epic Toast. Looks to gain through that corner. Is on his personal best lap in the DRS of Epic Toast. I think he's going to go for it. Overtake enabled. Bit of desync. As always, we love to see it.
Look, the new game's coming up very soon, but Atom then flies past on the straights on a personal best lap with that bit of desync included.
Epic Toast getting back though in the slipstream.
On the run down to turn 10, can he make a challenge? The Ferrari seems to have a bit more straight line speed, but with that slipstream still cannot get past. That's interesting for Epic Toast. Brodo is very close to the back of Icky again, 3/10 of the gap. I don't know if Icky must have made a mistake there.
Yeah, we'll just watch this for a couple more corners, see if anything comes of it. If not, we'll switch to the battle between Genator and Brodo. And Iki Robbo.
And DRS for Brodo then. Let's see how much you can gain on this straight alone. Probably about 2/10 I'm guessing. As you're now down to nearly 3/10 actually. That was a lot more than I thought it would gain. On Iki Robbo, needs to get a nice exit mainly out of turns 7 and turn 6. But 3/10 of the gap and this would be close enough, I imagine, to strike a move. Just needs a good exit out of this next corner. There's a bit of a snap there for Iki Robbo, and that means he isn't going to gain out that corner. And maybe that way it does change. Brodo now down the straight. He's going to have the DRS using a bit of rotate. Got barely any left, only 3% battery, and that might just take it away from him. But 3/10 is crawling down. He's going to go for a move. It's Chicane down the inside. Goes Brodo in L in the Alpine. Can he get past Iki Robbo? He goes deep to try and protect his position. On exit, can Brodo strike a move? No, he can't. And that's going to take him out of it. Out of turn 9, you'd thought for a second he might go for a switch back, but went slightly wide onto the curb. 2/10 is the gap. He's going to have to go for a move in sector 3 if he wants to do it here. As there he goes, tries to move into turn 11. Down the inside, he's going to be the outside if he stays side by side, but has the inside line. Icky still has now got the inside line into turn 12. And it's a fight for the inside line at the moment. But Brodo still side by side. Can Genator get involved? Go into the final few corners. It's still going side by side. But Icky, I think, has got it done. As good defending from Iki Robbo. But been side by side for nearly a full sector there. And that's punished Iki Robbo's time to Xiao, crucially.
Yeah, we saw Genator's straight line speed in the tier 1 races. Genator is going for it into turn 1 on Brodo. Has to stay behind for this lap. Can he get him in the next sector?
Very close from Genator there. He's just tried to get involved with the two battling ahead in sector 3 and just couldn't. He was stuck behind. And that's the only place where he could strike and move on Brodo, so it was a good job, I would say, actually, from Genator, just to keep it under control, as he could really benefit from this if they do battling like this. But at the moment, Brodo, 2/10 is a lot closer than the lap before, as surely he's going to sort him past now. Going into chicane, he's easily passed before the apex of the chicane corners, and yeah, he's deserved that for the past few laps, and Brodo is now through. Let's see if he can get, if he can get the car behind, but the battle between Epictoast and Atom is still not over, with Epictoast cutting that corner, and he's going to have to give that place back as he does. Good bit of sportsmanship there, but Atom is back past then.
Yeah, Iki Robbo still stuck to the back of Brodo. Ooh, big snap again there for Iki. He's not going to want many more of those, as it will damage the tyre, but Epictoast is looking for it again on Atom.
That's a lovely move from Epictoast, but can Atom get him back with a switchback on the exit? It's going to be fantastic defending if he can do. Round out turn 14. He's got the inside line for that, but it will be the outside line for the final corner, turn 15. Epictoast down the inside, Atom round the outside. DRS is going to Atom, and that means surely he's going to keep that position. But that's great defending from Atom. Fantastic traction out of turn 12, and that has kept him ahead. Lovely defending, got to say. Seen some lovely defending on the show today.
Yeah, we're only on lap 10. What more is there for us today? Iki Robbo, 3/10 is the gap to Brodo. Another snap there, unfortunately for him, on the exit of that corner.
As it might take it away from him, but we'll see. Yeah, 5/10, I don't think this is possible to go for a move, but Iki, we've seen him struggle with a few snaps of oversteer and even a bit of understeer in sector 3, but yeah, he's really struggling on these hard compounds, and I wonder when he does box for the fresh mediums. I imagine it'll be around lap 15. I could be wrong though.
Genator still staying in touch with the two battling cars as well, looking for a repeat.
Ooh.
A couple laps to go.
Little twitch on the steering wheel out of turn 11. going to turn 12, but Generator just must be getting slightly annoyed now because he can't do anything about it. Down the straights, he just loses time with Icky in the slipstream and can't do anything about it. If there was anything to happen, I think it's just Icky getting out of DRS to Brodo, but at the moment it doesn't seem that's going to be happening with Icky still having the pace.
Yeah, it's looking like a 4-car battle behind them as well, as they're all now within a second of each other. But we'll keep on board with this battle for P2, as once again, Icky Robbo, can he get the exit right?
Ooh. You saw him overstep his mark there a few 3 seconds out betters on this lap. But yeah, you just saw him go over that curb, and that's actually just lost him time. So yeah, that's not going to be close enough to make a move, and it's the same amount of time it was last lap as well.
When is the pit window then? We should see the medium runners go in first. But the top 8 currently on the hard compound tyres. Driver with a 30-second time penalty. It looks like he's going round every time he does one of them snaps.
Yeah, he's still controlling it very well though. Trying to push to right to the very limit, it seems at the moment for Icky Robbo, but just can't. Seems to take control of the car at the moment in Sector 3 and the end of Sector 1.
There we go then. The medium runners are in.
Yeah, understandable. We'll still be waiting another 3-4 laps. I'm guessing to the hard runners coming in as well. We'll see if anyone goes for the undercut / overcut. But at the moment it's nice running for Shao. He has got that 3 second time penalty as well. So if Brodo keeps it clean from here, you never know, it could end up with a race win.
Yeah, Generator's actually closer to Icky Robbo than Icky Robbo is to Brodo on this lap. Generator, can he get the move on Icky Robbo and charge on?
This must be so frustrating for Generator. 4 tenths is the gap, but on the straights, he just... If Icky Robbo was out of DRS, he would easily get him past there. But at the moment, it must be just very frustrating. Got to keep it consistent at the moment for Generator, and his chance will come.
Yeah, certainly. Riding on board with Epic Toast. 3.5 tenths. He's been looking close for the past few laps. Can he make the move on this coming one? Or are we going to have to switch to the battle for P2 again? Icky Robbo is closing in, and he is on the straight. He's going for it on Brodo.
Yes. Side by side going to 2-1. We haven't seen a lot of this move, but he has got past. Icky Robbo, that's a fantastic move. Going to 2-1, must have gained a lot, or Brodo must have made a mistake there to lose so much time. It was about 6 tenths of the gap, and all got lost in the final corner just to let Icky Robbo through. But yeah, again, it's another lot behind for Generator as well. 4 tenths is still a gap and can't do anything about it, but that actually loses them time to Shao, crucially. And can Brodo get back past then, going into chicane? 2 tenths, 1 tenth, tenths to fall in, and he is back past Icky Robbo, and yeah, this straight there, it's just too long, he can't do anything about it. Icky Robbo to try and defend that position.
Yeah, great stuff. We're going to go on with Chris W as the Lactas is in the way. There's more decent. But Generator looked like he was going to make the move then. It was under a tenth to Icky Robbo. Did he make a mistake?
They're all very close together at the moment. 7 tenths just separates them. But yeah, Generator still can't get close enough to make a move. 3 tenths and it's still not close enough. Going to the final corner then. See if he can gain anything. But on that lap, it seems Brodo's gained on Icky Robbo. I think Genator's got to go for a different type of pitch strategy, or try and undercut or overcut, really, is all they can do to try and get past at the moment. But yeah, Genator just must be getting annoyed now. 4 attempts is the gap. It's a lot closer to Icky than Icky is to Brodo.
Kev the Slice looks like he's closing in to the back of Chris W. The ghosted car gets in the way and that puts him off a little bit there. But still within the DRS.
I think I actually touched the back of Chris W there while inside the ghosted car. Hopefully I haven't got any rear wing damage. I don't think it would have done, as it was only a little light tap, but yeah, this ghosted car is really causing some stir in the midfield. Hopefully I can just get out of the way.
It back down to within 3.5 seconds of Brodo. Can he make the move on the back straight? Or is there going to be an opportunity beforehand? I don't think it's very likely. It could very well be if Brodo makes a mistake. Icky Robbo's got to get this exit right. I think he does so this time. Is he going to be close enough? 4.5 tenths is the gap with the DRS. We know his straight line speed. I don't think it's going to be close enough. It's not, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah, it's another lap behind for Icky Robbo as well, but this pack here, from P2 to P4, he's just been close the whole race now, with Genator behind. Oh, is Genator nearly going for a move there around turn 11? That had been a fantastic move. But now 12 laps to go. We're going to see some pit stops now from these hard runners, or they're going to keep it out.
Trying to ball with Brodo, the lead car. Let's see what he can do. He is coming in along with Shout. Icky Robbo stays out, Genator in.
I think that is a good call from Genator, especially with Icky Robbo staying out, so we'll see how that one pans out. If Brodo and Genator can jump, we'll see how that one pans out.
Icky Robbo leading the race then, for now.
Yeah, Shaw is out in clean air as well, so that's going to help him. There's one crucial thing to keep in mind as well. Icky Robbo and Shaw both have 3 time penalties, with Brodo and Genator not having any, so that might affect the final result as well, if it stays like that. But I'm guessing Icky Robbo will be coming in on this lap, along with Atom and Kev the Slice.
There are the tyres that everyone has, as the grid seems to have spread during those pit stops. We'll hope that it's close again after everyone's been in. Icky Robbo stays out, it looks like. Unless that's the... yeah, he does. Icky Robbo stays out, Atom in with Kev the Slice.
Zicky Robbo, I think we'll start to lose time now. Staying out for this long.
Where is Atom going to come out? I think it's going to be in between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Yep, yes it is. Give the slice, it's going to be behind them. That could be crucial.
As Janeta's lost a lot of time to Brodo, it seems. 2.8 is the gap. Brodo must be having a fantastic first few laps on these mediums, or was it just a Janeta mistake?
Could have been. We'll see at the end of this lap if Icky Robbo comes into the pits. We'll ride on board.
There's 10 laps now to go there, Nicky Robbo. I'm guessing he's going to strike the gun on this occasion.
Oh, shout, another 3-second time penalty. Up to 6 seconds now. That could really affect his race position as Icky is in. A bit wide there, struggling on the tyres. Where is he going to come out?
Sure, they're going to be behind Janeta, I'm pretty sure, at this point. I'm staying out for that long. We'll see if the overcut might have worked. You never know.
Yeah, well, I don't want to journate it. Let's see if he can come out ahead.
This could be crucial for
Behind
Janeta.
Shout. Behind Brodo. Oh, it's going to be very close. He comes out ahead of Janeta.
But Janeta very close with warmed up tyres, and we'll get DRS on the next straight. He's going to have to try and gain as much as he can now, Janeta, to try and just get past and gain as much as he can. Here we go then, Janeta on the straight. It's going to be close enough, surely. Into chicane, as there we go. Sorting us past. Finally a move done for Janeta in this race, and hopefully he can keep it this time.
Seth, thank you for the bits. It's Chris W. He's going to look for it on Atom. Just has to stay behind.
Yeah, Chris W then. Yet again, battle with Atom. As in real life, the Mercedes are 1-2 in practice if you want an update for that.
Icky Robbo is practically pushing Janeta around the corners. His tyres are now warmed up.
Oh, it's very close. This way gains the most, it seems, out of the final corner, so we'll see
Brodo,
if he can
3
gain.
second time penalty. I think penalties are going to play a crucial factor in the race result. Icky Robbo gets the move done before turn 1.
As you have seen him do that before, but get re-overtaken on the big long back straight.
Goes back on board with Janeta. It doesn't seem like anything's happening there. Icky's trying to weave, break the slipstream. Can't be doing that too much. Seems to have
As yeah, I
worked
think
for now.
the main aim for Janeta is just to stay within the 3 second and not get any 3 second time penalties. Also for Brodo to get that 3 second time penalty, that could have really just cost him the race win. 6 seconds for Shao, and with Brodo's 3 second is out of the race win distance, but see if he can gain enough in long term to grab the race win. But at the moment, a few fastest laps for Brodo. See if he can keep his pace up.
Yeah, I've got to say, Atom and Chris W. Really nice race up in P5 and P6. Chris W. looking for the move to get into P5. Obviously does have more penalties where it wasn't speeding in the pit lane, so if he wasn't actually speeding, he could clip that in and get it removed. As we know how many things are wrong with this game. Seven laps to go.
And yeah, Brodo still gaining on shot. This could be a first race win for Brodo, and that'd be a fantastic result. He's gained just 3 tenths on this lap alone. He's gaining on the straights. Seen him with the straight line speed. He's looked pretty quick. But yeah.
As Icky Robos broke that DRS range to Janator. As Chris W is still struggling to get past Atom. Atom doing really well to break the slipstream and defend his position. Can he keep it? Chris W is going to want to get past as soon as possible and extend his gap 5 seconds. Oh, it's Kevin Slice. Had a little moment there. Hasn't lost any positions, but he's broke away. Never mind, I think he might have lost some. Oh, there's a reset to track there. Can't be doing that. That could be a penalty point coming his way. It's Chris W. Looks for it on Atom into turn 1. Steps a little bit.
Yeah, a bit of understeer there, had to correct.
As
And then that caused him to go really wide.
benefiting from that moment from Chris W. Epitoast up into P6. Nice work from the Ferrari driver. Now Brodo chasing down Shao. Half a tenth is needed for him to be able to get that race win. And he's now within it.
That's great work from Brodo's caught up 5 tenths. Can't need to maintain it though, of course, as he's kind of lost a bit of time. It is his weakest sector we have seen. It is sector 3. But we'll see if we can gain enough in sector 1 and 2, as we are now coming up to laps on cars.
Yeah, can these cars give him the DRS that he needs to bring down that gap? No real battles going on as of now. We'll go on with Chris W and Epic Toast, who's closing on the back of Atom. George Russell wins practice 1.
As he does, Mercedes have side pods. That is a big story. Maybe the pace is theirs in real life at the moment, but at the moment we are watching the Epic Toast in the Ferrari against Atom in the AlphaTauri. Yet again, Atom on the straight line is just too fast.
Epic Toast very, very close to the back of Atom. Chris W is as well. Seems to have caught up a few tenths in that lap. 5 laps to go then. Brodo has lost around a second on this lap. Oh, Epic Toast has a moment there. Chris W wanting to go down the inside, but Epic Toast covers it off nicely.
because I can't tell because it's a bit blurry, but I think Brodo has actually lost time to Shaw on these last few laps, and that's quite some margin actually. I don't think they're going to be able to gain that back. And 4.1, yeah, it is 4.1. Couldn't really tell because the blur, but yeah, that's going to be crucial. He's going to have to really gain that back.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of desync within this pack. There's Epic Toast. Only 200th down on his personal best, so he really is pushing Atom. And he's gonna extend his gap away, and he's now out of the DRS range. As Chris W and Epic Toast are going at it.
Oh dear. That is a
Toast
tight section.
has been spun round. Not sure if there was any contact there, we couldn't really see with our view. But we were right on board with Shao, who haven't really seen much of this race. It's been quite calm for Shao. Just been in his own little race, extending that gap. It's looking very, very strong so far. He has got a 6-second time penalty. Brodo with the 3-second time penalty. Brodo's going to want to get in the 3-second window if he can, but Shao's going to push everything that he's got and break that. But yeah, 3 laps. 3 laps to go. No mistakes for Shao, and it should be his.
The Alfa Romeo has made a great comeback after that spin earlier on. Natch Paulin, 5 tenths behind. Addy busy at the moment. Does have an extra 2 seconds in penalties. I think that is. He has 1 3-second and 1 for Pete Speen in the pit lane. But yeah. Also, I think it's going to be the first race where I don't see Genator on the podium. 4.6 is the gap to Iki Robbo, and he has a 3-second time penalty, which is going to bring it to about 1.7. But yeah, unlucky for Genator. Just ooh, no. That was an audacious dive from Natch Paul in there, as you're never going to really make that move into turn 5. Yeah, that's a bit audacious, but I think they both get away with it. Now Kev the Slice catching Epic Toast.
Yeah, we've seen Kev the Slice in Tier 1. Couple DNFs. I hope that's not Ikirobo. No, it's not. It's Dragonflies in the other Haas. Kev the Slice closest to any car on the grid right now. The ball seemed... the ball seemed to spread out, but Kevin Slice gets another 3-second time penalty, so he's going to have to overtake him on track. In fact, no, he can just sit. He has to get past him and extend the window to another 3 seconds. Apologies. Brodo. Oh, I think that is race over now as Brodo gets another 3-second time penalty. So Brodo also has to overtake him on track, and that's looking very unlikely unless Shao makes a mistake. So I think it's certified a Shao victory.
Yeah, maybe if Iki Robbo gets the power down a bit more, maybe be able to get into Brodo to get an extra 3-second in him.
There's the gap to the leader then. Genator would have to gain almost half of that gap if he wanted to win the race, but now he's just going to focus on getting in the Iki Robbo window. There's Epic Toast. It's going side by side with Kev the Slice.
Epic Toast seems not to have enough pace to get past at the moment. If he stays this distance to the next straight, then he should be getting past, but we'll lose some throughout the corners, of course.
The gap has actually fallen from Brodo to Shao by a few tenths. Is Shao struggling on his tyres? Well, look how many laps he's done. They've both done 10 laps, but Brodo is going to be pushing absolutely everything to try and get past Shao, but I don't think he's going to be able to.
If you've maybe gets to in 3 seconds, you never know, Shao might get for another 3 seconds. It's always worth getting the power down for.
Yeah.
As I thought he was coming in then, but it's just Senna getting another 3 seconds. Got a bit worried then, but no, at the moment Shao's keeping it under control.
Yeah, we'll ride on board then with Shao for his final lap. As I don't think there's any other battles going on prominently right now. As here we go, trying to take us through Shao's final lap of the race.
Ah, wow, Shao been so dominant so far, even with another 3 seconds if he gets one. Just nothing can stop him at the moment. This race has just been all his battling behind. He's just kept his head down, and nothing has really took it away from him. From lap 1 in qualifying, he just seems to have the pace, and lap 1 in the race, he's just been able to match that. Yeah, another great comeback from Shao, and maybe be able to make a charge for the championship in the next few weeks before the new game does come out. But at the moment, Shao is looking spot on for another win here in FZR. But also Iki Robbo has gained on Brodo on this lap, and if he gains another 2-3 attempts, he's going to find himself in P2. That'll be nice for Iki Robbo. But at the moment, all eyes on Shao as he's about to get the win in round 4 today.
Yeah, Iki Robbo's going to be pushing to the absolute limit. The time is falling, so I think Iki Robbo could be in for P2 here. He'll give it all he's got, but here we go. Shao is coming round the final few corners.
Yeah, true dominance from Shao today. Another fantastic performance. Even with a 6 second time penalty, nothing can stop him at the moment. Now a bit wide into the final corner. We're going to get a traction down, power down, last bit of ERS and fuel, and a cross line. Shao takes the win in round 4. What a performance it has been from Shao. Got to say, second win.
Iki Robbo's in.
Iki Robbo is going to snatch that P2, and it's another P3 for Brodo. 3 races and 3 P3s for Brodo. This man could not stop getting P3 today. And maybe next week that puts him on 45 points in the championship. That's unbelievable from Brodo. But Janata, our current championship leader, gets P4. Didn't seem to have the pace. They got stuck in traffic for a long time, and so that just caused him not to be able to make a move on Brodo or Ricky, and it just took it away from him in the end.
Yep, nice racing from everyone today. We've seen some good battles, especially from the top 10. It's been really good to see. There'll be a lot packed into the highlights. They'll be out in a couple of days' time. There's Alfa Romeo. He's ghosted. He might have left the session. Kiwi going to slowly make his way across the line. But yeah.
I was just hearing now that Janata had a pit stop glitch. I'm not sure. Hopefully he gives us an interview and we can see him explain that. But yeah, another P3 for Brodo, P2 for Iki Robbo, and your race winner Shao. Fantastic performance.
Yeah, great stuff from Shao. As always, we know his pace, but Iki Robbo pushing to the absolute limit and gets P2. And we'll see if there are any interviews waiting, if you want to put it in the Discord. But yeah, here are your race winner and podium. Here we are then. The standings for round 4, tier 2, around France. And I'll just show the race director for the FIA quickly. Quite a few penalties today to go through. And there we go. So, we will wait and see if there's any interviews. Alex, are you ready?
Yep.
Right, so first of all, we will bring in Janator and his team boss, Seth Martin.
Now, Generator, not a day for you to stay with him during a pit stop glitch, but still, P4, even with the glitch, still a nice performance, but just give us your thoughts on the race.
Yeah, I mean, I got a decent start, but I just couldn't quite get past either Brodo. No, yeah, Brodo. He just had so much straight line speed, and yeah, it was there was no game past him. I felt pretty comfortable on the hards. I mean, I had a few little snaps of oversteer, but it wasn't anything serious. Yeah, and then I boxed, and I just when I went into the box, I released like the clutch, and it took about like 2 seconds for like my car to actually get going. So that lost me, more than 2 seconds to Brodo, meaning I didn't have DRS. So I just get lost. Tons of time because of that, and I probably could have got P2 if it wasn't for that. Yeah, it's just really disappointing, Spa and now this, but anyway, moving forward, hopefully, we can get another win, but yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. Seth, I mean, not a day you would have wanted either, I'm guessing, but still good points for the team. Just give us your thoughts as well on the race.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the full thing, but I did pop in every now and then. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate with the glitch that he had, but not every race isn't going to be perfect, and you're going to have some slightly worse rates than others, and it's going to happen. But P4, like, it's still a one-off podium position. It's still ultimately at the end of the day, it's still some decent points for the team. I'm not too sure where Coppercoin was this race. But yeah, look, the races like this happen, and still ultimately it was still some solid points. It was better than P5, so or further down the field. So shit happens, and move on.
Yeah, definitely. Austria next week, Generator. So just give us your thoughts on that track.
Oh man, I love Austria. Pre-season, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, Austria is a really fun track to drive around. One of my strongest as well. So hopefully, I can bounce back from today and get another win. Maybe catch back up to Shao. And yeah, so yeah, it's a really good track, and just hopefully, bounce back from today.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, a bit more luck comes your way next week. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully, we can see you on Wednesday as well for Tier 1. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. Seth as well, thanks for the bits, of course. What a guy. And we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but
And we will bring in Brodo NL from Alpine.
Brodo, I mean, unlucky not to get P2 in the end, but still, a podium for you today. Just give us your thoughts on the race.
Yeah, still on the podium. I was fighting for P1, so yeah, I don't know if I need to be happy with the podium or not. But all with all, funny battles on the track with the top 4. Oh yes, P2, 3, and 4 with Janator and the house. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the race.
Yeah, to be fair, this season you've been so consistent. 3 races, 3 podiums, 3 P3s. Hopefully you can push forward from here. But yeah, Austria next week. Just give us your thoughts on that track and what you can do there.
For me, Austria has a curse. In pre-season testing, I was not the best at that track. So I hope I did my setup well this time, so I can take a podium with me.
Yeah, good to hear. But yeah, nice podium today, well earned. Got to say, I'm looking out to fight for the win in the end with the penalties. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. And
Yes.
yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yes, I see you.
We'll bring in Chris W from Mercedes.
Chris W, I mean, P9 to P6. Just give us your thoughts on that race.
I felt really good. I love this race because like this race actually I felt like I kept to the no traction control people because they're just on another world with me. But I kept up with them and I actually fought and I had some good like passings and I actually feel really bad for Toast. I tried leaving him space. I didn't leave enough. He hit my back wheel. Um I'm very sorry for him. I didn't mean it, but other than that, I loved this race. Um, just a bit upset with the F122 servers and how I went to the pit lane. Braked before the yellow line. It showed green, and I got a 5-second penalty for speeding. So I didn't understand that one, but hey, it is what it is.
Uh,
I think we've got it on the stream though, so if you get on the stream, you should be able to get the evidence and
Ooh,
yeah.
I'll try that because I really need the clip. I didn't stream today, which here it backfired. If
Yeah,
I streamed, I would have had my own POV. But um, I feel really bad because my teammate's not here. I feel like I'm just a lonely driver trying to hold myself in the constructor standings, like team standings, I guess. I'm trying, but there's no chance when there's like 2 people in a team. But I felt really good with the race.
yeah, P6 is really going to boost your chances in both championships on Mercedes and the drivers too. But Austria next week, can you replicate more of the same?
Mm, probably. I mean, depends on how I keep up with the no traction control. I mean, I'm not planning to learn it. I've tried. It's just something else. It's too hard for me, and I don't want to put this much effort in this game. But yeah, it was fun. I love this race, and I'm very stoked for the next one.
Yeah, good to hear. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us this week. Hopefully, we can see you next week.
Yep, for sure.
and we will bring in Epic Toast from Ferrari.
Epic Toast, it was a massive scrap in the midfield. But just give us your thoughts on that hectic race.
Not the best of starts I've ever had. I dropped a position. And then I had a good battle with Atom for the majority of the race. Unfortunate incident between me and the Mercedes, but I don't really care. Still got points, better than DNFing as a result of it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where to
I
next?
mean,
Is it?
there was a huge battle in the midfield. I mean, it was just non-stop. Atom was the absolute straight answer. There's a bit of desync in there as well, as always.
Yeah.
But yeah, going into next week, just give us your thoughts on Austria.
Red Bull Ring again. I mean, hopefully, well, last time I qualified well there, and I got good positions in pre-season testing, but I did an idiot and spun the curb. Hopefully, I don't make that mistake again, and I can get good points in.
Yeah, good to hear. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us this week. Still got some points on the board with a hectic race, of course. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us and
No
enjoy
worries.
Miami this weekend.
See ya. Bye.
See ya.
And Kev the Slice in McLaren is up next.
There's Kev, a
hello.
massive battle in the midfield today. But just
Oh,
give
tell me
your
about it.
thoughts on that hectic race.
Yeah, I mean, I had a shocking start. I can't lie. I started P7, I think it was, after I spun in quali. You saw that, I think. Um, yeah, I went from P7 to P10, and yeah, it was just like I was a bit shitting it. So I made my way back up. I think it was about lap 20. I was having in the battle with Epic Toast, Atom, and Chris and all that, and then I spun where Charles Leclerc did. I did the exact same thing as he did. And then I was battling Epic Toast at the end, and then he did a ludicrous send on me. Did you see that on the last corner?
No, not quite. I don't think
Mate,
so.
I'll send the clip in general. It was absolutely ludicrous. 20-second time penalty minimum. But anyways, yeah, I got good points on the board in the end, 7. So that's what 1, 2, 6 points, is it? For 7th?
Yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, so
yeah.
I'll take it at the end of the day. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I mean, massive battle in the end, very hectic from you, especially the incident. Make sure you report it if it is. But yeah, thank you very much for this week, and hopefully in Austria next week, you can replicate more of the same, I'm guessing.
Yeah, watch it. P1. P1 is on my way.
Good to
Right, see you boys in a bit.
see you later.
And now we'll bring in Jarava, who I believe drove for Aston Martin. Correct.
Now, drive a very hectic race, but just give us your thoughts and feelings about what happened today.
It was a decent race, basically my first race as a reserve. Yeah, France is one of my more favourite tracks, but I did okay. Came from qualifying, wasn't really great for me. I got one decent lap in, and then couldn't really get any more, so it was decent. I got P16 over, which is last, which isn't really great, but got to P10 in the end, so I got in the points. So yeah, I'm happy, I guess.
Yeah, good to hear. But very hectic this week, definitely with all the battles. But good to hear you got some points on the board. But going into Austria next week, hopefully you could join us, but just give us your thoughts on that track.
Yeah, Austria, pretty well, obviously it's a pretty short track. I don't know, I don't. Yeah, well, Austria's alright. I like it. It's I've probably got maybe one corner I'm not that great on, but apart from that, yeah, I kind of like Austria. It's a decent track.
Yeah, good to hear. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us this week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And get some more points on the board. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hopefully.
And there we go then. Thank you to everyone that's joined the race today. We appreciate you. Just don't forget the standings, race results and highlights will be posted on our socials when we work out the final positions after tickets and FIA reports. And we thank you all for joining. Seth, thank you for the bits. As always, you're always in there, bright and early. But yeah, thank you all for joining. We appreciate it. And we'll be back next week on Wednesday. Tier 1. We have... what race is it? Suzuka in Japan. And there'll be custom liveries for all the drivers. They'll all be choosing their own, designing their own liveries and be running with that. And for Tier 2 next week, obviously, is Austria. So we hope to see you all there on Friday for that. So thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Go enjoy Miami.